Welcome, everybody. This is Coach D. Durrell Spears. Welcome to Coach D. Durrell Spears TV on YouTube. We're going to have another great show, another great interview today. We're going to have the prominent Miss April Buckner. She has a very popular YouTube show. She's all over Twitter. She's in the entertainment business as a comedian, actor. She's done it all, very versatile. And so for today, we're going to talk about her experience in the Big Apple as it relates to love, relationships, dating. She's going to talk about her experiences, what she's looking for. She has a very bubbly, very positive personality. I think you're going to love her. So I'm looking forward to us speaking with her, and we're going to go from there. So we're going to bring her aboard.
Hey,
hello, Miss April.
What's up, Coach D. Durrell? Word. Because I just, I'm all about raising energy and, and that's what Kid and Play did. But, oh, gosh, I feel like I'm dating myself now.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to say thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
I checked out your website is well put together, very detailed. And so what I like you to do is to introduce yourself, talk about your social media platforms, things that you do. You kind of take it away and let us know who Miss April Buckner is.
Miss April Brucker, well, that's my name right there, guys. April Brucker. And I'm April Buckner if I owe you money. Anyway, I am an actress, comedian, author, and ventriloquist. And you might know me because a few years ago, the Daily Mail did a story on me before going viral was cool. And the story went viral from England to Iceland to Italy, then from Russia to China to India, then from Ghana to Nigeria to Kenya, then from Indonesia to Australia to Singapore, then from Brazil to Colombia to Guatemala. That's right, Coach. I am a celebrity in Guatemala. Raise the roof. This is what we're talking about. And the headline ventriloquist who dumps her who spends 20 grand a year on her puppets, who dumps her fiance after he says it's them or me. Folks, I thought I found my Mr. Right. Boy, was I wrong. So I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm just desperately seeking Mr. Okay. And I was looking for Mr. Okay for many years in New York. And so, Mr. Okay wasn't in New York. So now I'm looking for Mr. Okay in Las Vegas. And to help me vet for Mr. Okay, D. Durrell, you know how you have that friend that's your wingman that always tells you the truth? Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Right.
I have my
so
tells me the truth. I have May Wilson. April, you didn't tell me that I was going to get a nice piece of hot chocolate. Okay. So handsome, D. Durrell. May.
Right.
So I guess the question is, D. Durrell, are you rich? May, that's not nice to ask. May Wilson.
What was that again?
April's ex was such a loser. May, my ex was not a loser. April, he lived in his mother's basement and made you pay for everything. That's true, but you don't have to tell D. Durrell that. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, I did. No, you don't. So, but May, he asked about our accomplishments. Oh, this is my accomplishment. No, this is our accomplishment. This is mine. This is ours. This is mine. This is ours. This is mine. May, there's no I in team, but there's a me. This is what I got to do with.
I appreciate that.
We wrote a book on ventriloquism is what we're trying to say. But I'm the cover girl. Everybody buys it because of moi.
Okay. That was cute. So I do appreciate that performance. That was very entertaining. That was entertaining. So Miss April, what I would like you to do is to kind of talk to me about your experiences. Obviously, you're in the entertainment business, and you're probably meeting guys in the entertainment business or people that know you based on the things that you've done and so forth. So kind of talk to me about that dynamic and the type of guys you've met and the issues that have caused those relationships not to work.
Okay, babe. Can you go meet your sugar daddy? Yes, I can. He's 86 years old. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
he is. Yeah, he's 86 and he's gonna leave me everything. So I love you.
I hope he does.
She's all about the Benjamins, I'm telling you, man. No, but anyway.
Okay.
The issues that came up are obviously my ex-fiance who didn't appreciate the ventriloquism. Okay. He didn't like it, didn't appreciate it. But I always say, D. Durrell, that if toxic men were trading cards, I'd be a billionaire. Because I dated, and I've dated fans. As a matter of fact,
you dated fans?
Fans, people that I've met at shows. I don't recommend that. Let's see. There was one guy I dated that he sat me down and he said, April, and this is a guy I met at a comedy show. He said, I'm going to have to leave the area. And I said, are you traveling for work? He goes, no, I have an open warrant.
Oh, wow. She's a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal. And I'm trying to find out what this open warrant's for. And he's got a few things going on. And he looks at me and he goes, but I don't want to lose the relationship with you. I said, well, honey, the fact that you have a few warrants, this complicates things, because I might be walking along or sleeping and all of a sudden I'm arrested for being an accessory, and I don't look good in handcuffs, man. Okay. Could you see me in jail? No. So anyway, he's sitting across from me and he goes, I got a warrant. He goes, but I need to go on the run. He said, would you like to come with me? And
wow. That's
that was one guy.
That was a bit, wow, that was a bit abrupt and surprising.
Yes.
So let's kind of talk about you meeting that type of guy. What's the vetting process for these type of guys that you're dating or meeting?
Listen, sometimes you choose the men you love. Sometimes the men you love choose you. And for me, they always choose me. Okay. It's like I'm walking along and there they are. They make a beeline for me. It's like do you have limited possibilities in your life? Are you in prison? Are you going to prison? Do you have an open warrant? Then I'm your girl. I should totally shoot a commercial like that.
Interesting. So,
well, I've had inmates call me.
You date inmates?
No, I don't date them, but I had an inmate.
But you've had guys that are in jail that call you.
Yeah. Well, one saw a TV show I did. And there was a kid, it's a long time ago. He lived in New York City. And he was trying to do comedy and was kind of making some bad life decisions. So I was just a friend to him. It wasn't a romantic thing. Anyway, he ends up getting himself arrested in Illinois because why not? And anyway, I get a phone call from what looks like an inmate. And I'm like, why would an inmate be calling me? It just doesn't look right. So now I'm curious. I pick up and he's like, hi, you don't know me, but I got your number from, and he says the name of the kid. And he says that you write back. Anyway, we were watching Judge Jerry and we saw you and I really like the ventriloquism. And I want to know, do you want a pen pal? And now I'm curious.
Well, what did you say?
I said, so how long are you in for? He goes, natural life, but I'm innocent.
Okay. Everybody says they're innocent.
I know, but it's like he just got it out of the way. He was innocent. Not that he really was, but still. But it's like I've had inmates, then I had one guy who actually claimed to be a werewolf. Now that was interesting. And he had promise.
Okay, so let's talk about the normal guy that you dated. Was there any normal within the guy that was more in the point, like what the guy that you could actually, we had a traditional relationship. There was no characterization of himself, caricatures of himself. He just was a guy that didn't carry any special behaviors along with it. Was there any situations like that?
Such a thing as a normal guy. Like, that's the thing, is guys, no offense, man, men are like dirty diapers in a way. Y'all have a surprise, but it depends on what surprise it is. Is it a family you're not telling me about? Is it a drug problem you're not telling me about? Is it an arrest warrant? What aren't you telling me about? Like, that's the game that I'm playing on the first date now. What aren't you telling me?
So tell me, what do you think it's about you that you attract these kind of guys?
Well, I don't know. I think some of it is that I'm in entertainment where people are kind of crazy anyway. Some of it is that I'm a ventriloquist. I talk to puppets. And some of it might be that I'm nuts myself, man. I'll admit it.
Okay, so you do admit that you have some, you can be a bit eclectic with things and behaviors, I would say.
Yeah, but I have dated some normal, I guess, normal. It's never worked out with me and a normal guy, but that might also be my fault. So, you know.
Well, April, we got to look at this because you're saying that you dated guys that had, very unique behaviors and it didn't work, and then it didn't work with the traditional guys. So something's, I mean, what can work? What do you think would work for you?
I just want somebody with a job that hasn't been to jail, that doesn't think that they're a werewolf. Okay, like that's what I'm working with right now. You know what it is the older you get, the more baggage people have, and so I don't think there's any such thing as a normal dude. And actually, I take that back. I dated one semi-normal dude, and it didn't work out because he had to move, and he wasn't wanted. He actually had a kid, and I liked his kid. He was on his own with his kid. He worked construction, and I saw him a few times. His name was Doug, and Doug was a super nice dude. And he had full custody of this kid, and so it wasn't like the traditional relationship that I would have had. And he was looking for a wife, and I really wasn't ready to get married at that point in my life. But he had different needs. But he was cool.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 25.
Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
So April, I'm looking at you presenting. I mean, you have a lot of energy. But I think it needs to be confined a little bit because we're all over the place a little bit, and I think that can come off. You're attracting guys who also may be all over the place.
Probably, like I said, some of this is my fault. So it's like the older I get, I'm like, nobody's normal. I mean, but there's one guy that I'm kind of seeing.
Okay.
Well, he's kind of seeing me more or less. He pops up when he wants. And
pops up when he wants. Where are the boundaries?
Hello. My name is Dwayne Newton. Dwayne, you look like somebody, but you're not. Well, I'm Mr. Las Vegas' second cousin, twice removed. Twice removed? Yes, once got casino security and once got the county Department of Health. So you're not Mr. Las Vegas. No, I'm Mr. Angus Las Vegas. Now, got a look on your face, I can tell that you got some questions about April's dating life. Well, April, I just want to let you know that I have a job, a house, and a car. A job, a house, and a car? I live in my car and I work for Brucker. That was almost the best offer I got all day, Dwayne Newton. Now I'm going to sing a little song about April's dating life. If you don't have a job, April's the girl for you. Get out of here, Dwayne Newton, everybody.
Okay.
As I said, he pops up what he wants. But I'll say this. Some of it's me, okay? But here's the thing. For as messy as my love life has been, you know what William Blake says about the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom. I can tell people when stuff is not going to work out.
Okay, you can tell people when things are not going to work out. Explain that. Like, what about yourself? When can you tell it's not going to work out?
Oh, I can always tell. Like, for instance, there was a guy friend of mine, and he was seeing this girl who was totally jerking his chain. Like, they went on vacation, and she just was, just not being honest. And he caught her not being honest, and he caught her by the phone, and he's like, well, this, that, and she was telling some lie. Like, it was obvious to everybody but him that she was lying. I said, sweetheart, she hasn't broken up with her ex-boyfriend. I said, they're still living together and you're the better option. Sure as heck, they get back to New York City and la-di-da, she's walking along with her ex. Another time, a guy friend of mine, he's like my brother. His girlfriend, who almost destroyed his life, moves into his house, just quits her job, is just being, and he's like, she's starting her own business. I'm like, is her own business drinking all day? Is her own business and he's like, she can't find a job. I'm like, she should find one in a liquor store, dude. And he's like, she can't do this, she can't do that. And I said, no, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to spend your money. And sure as heck, she drains his bank account. And then, oh yeah, I can always tell when it's not going to work out. As a matter of fact, it's like I feel like I have a crystal ball. And then even with my sister's friends, one was dating a guy that was kind of playing the field, and he almost destroyed a friendship. And I said, get away from him. I said, he might be your friend's boyfriend, but if he can get with you, he will. And so sure as heck, it's like I almost called it. It was like bam, bam, bam. Yeah.
Okay. So let's kind of get back into your situation. What's the longest relationship you ever had?
Let's see. I was with somebody for like 2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have long relationships. Like are these like relationships that just come and go, or you just at some point in time you were not into or something always happened? You know.
Well, you know what
what's happened at this point in your life that you don't have long-term relationships?
Well, here's the problem. Work comes first. And so sometimes I have to travel. Sometimes I can't be there for a partner because I got to work. And one thing about the entertainment industry is you got to go where the work is. And so this means I'm on the road on the weekend. This means I'm working nights. This means I'm on set. This means I'm on television. And this means whoever I'm with can't come first. And the other thing too, and this is why everybody gets married a ton in Hollywood, not every spouse can deal with any success you get in your career. You know, I've been on television, and like I said, I get the fan mail and fan calls from prisoners sometimes. And normal dudes just can't get with that. Like, you know, sometimes it's like they get jealous of the attention. And so at the end of the day, I have my puppets have me.
Now, when you're saying that, it's kind of like you're trying to replace your relationship with the puppets. Which means, I mean, they can't like take the place of a live man. You know, like you got to understand, you're in control of that.
No, they can't.
It's a hobby. It's your career.
Well, here's the thing. They can't take the place of a live man because my puppets, I love them, but they can't kill a spider and they can't fix something around the house.
Right. So let's talk about, so it sounds like to me you've never really came close. You didn't have a lot of long-term relationships. Never came close to being engaged or married.
That was a year. But we were on the AP track. We got engaged on the third day.
Okay, so talk to me about what comprised of Mr. OK. What are the characteristics you're looking for from Mr. OK?
Let's see. I want Mr. OK to like puppets. Okay, that's a non-negotiable. I want Mr. OK to know that my favorite Wait. And I want Mr. OK to be able to fix stuff around the house. Okay, I got to be specific. Mr. OK has to kill a spider. Mr. OK has to have a job. Mr. OK can't have been to jail. Mr. OK can't have a drug problem. Mr. OK, maybe he can believe in UFOs, but don't like get abducted by them. Okay, Mr. OK, like he's gotta like be an adult. Okay, and so many freaking men and no video games. Okay, because
but April,
he ain't doing anything.
Okay, so let's slow down a little bit, April, because this is very playful per se. And when you say someone has to like puppets and things of that sort, there's levels to that, because there are a percentage of men who will not like that. And for those who do, will they want that to be part of their day-to-day interaction as it relates to,
well,
okay, we're talking and have a conversation, and then you're pulling your puppet out of out of nowhere and talking in a no guy wants to have that. Let's be honest. Like, we're doing an interview.
Well, here's the thing. No guy wants to have that, but there are guys that want to have that in bed. Like, May and I have been.
They are? Where?
Threesome. Yeah, we met him on the road, and actually, May's going to help me tell the story. It's a true story.
Okay. This will be the last. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
So May, we were on the road, and we were doing a show in Omaha, Nebraska, and this guy comes up, and he's a fan. Actually, he's a fan. And he says, I will give you $500 to go up the road and have a threesome at my farmhouse. $500. And he looked like Sling Blade. It was so weird. So anyway, $500 to go up the road. And I mean, his teeth were ratchety. He had the overalls. It was so weird. And so it was one of these things that could have gotten us killed. But, we needed the money to get home. So, you know what we did? We had a talk. Being business manager, I said $500 for us both. And he said, yeah. I said, listen, it's $1,000 for me. It's $500 for April. See ya. Yeah, because, what was your rationale, May? If I'm going to have the stuffing pulled out of me, this is just not going to work.
Okay. So is this what you do when you interact? Yeah, but when you interact with guys,
they come everywhere with us. It's like some men are into it, some men aren't. And if they're not, well, they're not Mr. April Brucker. That's what I'm saying.
Do you think that the puppets are an extension of what you want to say, but are not willing to say it verbally yourself?
What do you think, May? I think I'm my own woman, and I still think you're cute, even if you're not into puppets.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, May. April, this may be somewhat problematic for a lot of men who are looking for serious relationships. This can be very problematic. Like, if that... I'm listening.
Well, then, you know what? Then they're missing out because May, what do you want to tell them? She's a hell of a cook. That's right. I'm a hell of a cook. So they're missing out.
Okay.
And the way to a man's heart is his stomach. So.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and kind of wrap it up a little bit. You've kind of talked about who Mr. OK is, what you're looking for. You have a very, I'd say, unique way of presenting yourself. I think you seem like a nice person. You seem like a very colorful, nice person. But I just have to say, there's not a lot of guys that are, I think, are going to be accepting of this every day. And I know this is a part of who you are, but it's going to be almost impossible. So, and I just can't see someone being with you long term, and when they're having a conversation with you, you pop up with a puppet and you're talking and you want them to like that, and they may not. Some days they may not want to hear that. I mean, you have to also consider someone else's feelings and thoughts about this. Now, it's not just about you in a relationship. It's reciprocity. It's reciprocal. So you also got to look at the things that they like, and you got to look at the things that you like.
But I will say this. I've dated a lot of dudes. It might not have lasted, but I'm friends with a lot of people that I used to date. And I tell them all the time, I'm a better friend. And you know what? They might say April was a lousy girlfriend, but she was a hell of a friend.
But you can be a good girlfriend too if we kind of adjust some of these things. You don't have to just be a better friend. You can also be.
I'm not a thing. May, this is the thing. But I will have some April's boyfriends, they play with me when she's not around. They're into that. They're kinky. May, stop it.
Okay. So, Miss April, in closing, do you have any last words for anybody?
Yes, I'm still just desperately seeking Mr. OK. And it's not just some guy from Oklahoma on the internet. No, mate. Mr. OK, as in he'll do, like my ex, the one that everyone liked. They said the same thing about Jeffrey Dahmer, but he had a hot body in his refrigerator. So what are you trying to say, May? Why not just go for Mr. Right, April, and listen to Coach? He's no dummy. Holla!
All right. You have a great day. I do appreciate your time. It's been wonderful. Have a great day, guys. Okay.